All right, y'all. So we are talking about Kodak Black. Kodak Black is back on the heroin and the fentanyl. Like I told y'all before, this man has a serious drug problem that nobody wants to address about this man. Currently, he was on live camera, and this man is dozing off at the on live. Anybody knows about heroin? It makes you nod. It makes you doze off. You're very, in and out with the world. You're not really interacting with the world. Your awareness is totally down. You're not alert. You're not focused, and they are refusing to get this man into a program. He was supposed to get into a drug program, but he refusing to follow the orders that was given to him by, the courts. Kodak Black, I guess to them, must be a normal high. Seems like there's a lot of drug addicts in hip hop. A lot of them are choosing to use cocaine, heroin, pills, marijuana to cope. And no one's addressing the heavy drug culture that's all around us. Even the fentanyl crisis is outrageous in America at this point. A lot of them, these are the men that y'all want to be in relationships with because of their status, not knowing that they have a drug habit that you can't help him with. This is a demon that they cannot fight on their own, but you can't help them fight this demon. They gotta want to get clean for themselves. Kodak Black is a well-known rapper. I like his music. You know what I mean? I think that he's a very talented young man. But I do see that he's fighting a demon and he needs serious help. 45 Donald Trump did pardon him from his, normal 10-year sentence that he was going to get. He was pardoned by Donald Trump and got a lighter sentence, and he was released when Donald Trump left office when he couldn't get a second term as president of the United States. So, Trump did look out for him, and which is sad because he just went back and he relapsed all over again. Instead of him going to get clean and doing the right thing, he decides that he would rather continue to use. He is making his music, don't get me wrong, like I said, but this man needs help. They don't care about the fact that this man has a serious drug habit. Majority of these hip hop and these celebrities, they have serious habits of drugs, how to cope with cocaine, pills, marijuana, but they don't understand how fentanyl is affecting a lot of Americans every day as we speak. We're losing 100,000 Americans a week to these fentanyl crises, which is really serious, and American people are turning a blind eye to that. They're not really understanding this is a serious epidemic that's taking a lot of people out of here, overdosing over this serious, silent drug that's killing a lot of people. You know what I mean? So, Kodak Black, he needs to get himself into a 12-step program as soon as possible. He needs to be in a program. He needs to be able to admit that he has a problem. A lot of people are going to enable him and tell him, oh, it's all right. You know what I'm saying? Go get high. Don't worry about it. Same thing with DMX. DMX was a good person, but he could not escape his demon that he was fighting for damn near all his life with drugs. So even when he was trying to get clean, people kept handing him alcohol and trying to hand him weed. They didn't allow him to get his clean time on and give him his process to make, his time count and his clean time count for himself and see if he can cope without drugs on his own. A lot of them cannot cope with without drugs on their own because this is their escape. This is how they, able to cope and live through life with a drug. You know what I mean? These people that y'all want to be fathers and husbands and all of that stuff, and they cannot be these kind of people because their drug is their number one pimp. You know what I mean? So, Kodak Black, he's a very talented artist, but he needs to be in a drug program as soon as possible. I really hope that he doesn't have, to go down that, range where we like waking up one day and then it's like, that shit, fentanyl got the best of him. So we hope that he doesn't really, get himself together, get himself cleaned up, man, because this is serious. A lot of people are not making it with the fentanyl. It's a serious epidemic that people are ignoring, and this needs to be talked about. There's some other topics I got to cover about, this serious drug, this epidemic that's taken America by storm. And it's taking a lot of people to the morgue and the graveyard. Even people that are not even involved with it, touching it, and they're getting poisoned behind this fentanyl drug. And it's a very serious crisis. So, let's continue to keep our awarenesses up about the drug culture that's going on in America. People that are getting exposed, even innocent people that are not even addicted to it, are getting exposed to it. It's people that's, using it, taking it, selling it, whatever the case may be. But we have to continue to let everybody know this is a serious crisis in America right now. Fentanyl is a huge epidemic, and it's taking Americans by storm. Crack cocaine was in the 80s. Now we have a huge epidemic for the fentanyl crisis. So let's continue to keep our awarenesses up about fentanyl and the drug culture that's going on. Yes, you can be exposed to it. They said the fentanyl's in the cocaine, it's in the pills, it's in the lean. It's sometimes it could be, I heard, in the marijuana. Like they're even dealing with the marijuana now. So you have to be careful. You never know what you're gonna get. So, continue to keep this awareness up. Drug culture of fentanyl is serious. Kodak Black needs a 12-step program, and he needs one as soon as possible. Or it's a possibility that this young man may not be with us much longer. But continue to make awareness again about fentanyl. Fentanyl is very serious. It's taking lives by high numbers. Continue to make awareness known about the fentanyl crisis and the new epidemic of the drug culture of fentanyl epidemic in America.